all these health systems just use their market power to destroy the little guys. And the little guy calls United and goes, I do a really good job and I'm really trying to lower healthcare expenses. And I just want $400 for my MRI. And they go, suck it, man. We don't care about you. And we don't want anyone to go to you. We want premiums to go up. Like health systems want more expensive things. They'll complain about their costs. They're lying. They've never done any cost accounting ever. I am an accountant. I know cost accounting when I see it. They want their costs to go up. They want their prices to rise. And because they want premiums to go up. And this is a nice little hand-in-hand deal. The American people have been duped for a very long time.
So let's dig deeper into that, because it's the same problem as you find in some poorly run states like New York, where the unions make deals with the government. And
for sure.
And both sides of the table don't have the interest of the taxpayer.
Yeah.
And there is really very little health insurance in the U.S.
That's right.
What United Healthcare is, and we can explore that a little more, is multiple lines of business. But on the what they call insurance, they are a claim processor, and they provide a network of physicians.
That's right.
And for that, they charge 15%. And so the more the Medicaid of Virginia spends on Medicaid, the more that 15% bucket grows.
That's right.
The Medicare Advantage is even worse because they, especially United Healthcare, if you read the journal recently, they fake diagnoses. For example, my favorite one is the patient has diabetic cataracts and they had their cataract surgery 2 years ago, and they get an additional payment from Medicare. It's $2,000 per patient, and they pocket that in that delta into their coffers.
And Dr. Bravo, the problem with that isn't one-sided. Yes, am I mad at United? For sure. And a lot of physicians are. But guess who else I'm really mad at? CMS. Who at CMS decided that this was going to be a good deal? Right? When I look at the individual who runs CMS and then look at the attorney, if you could call him that, at HHS, I go, these people made these deals for typical Washington reasons. They want jobs after they leave office. And what a better way to get a job than offer United Healthcare billions of dollars. You can't read these agreements because they're not public. But if you read them, you would see, any normal idiot would never have signed this deal. What's also sad is there's no lawmakers on the Hill, and I'm on the Hill every month. There's no lawmakers on the Hill going, like, why can't we pressure CMS? They have no power over CMS whatsoever.
Not on their radar. And so then the third bucket is the self-insured, I don't know, Boeing or Apple. People don't realize that when you work for Apple and you go get a $3,000 MRI, United Healthcare is not paying for that MRI. If Apple's paying for that MRI, and then United Healthcare is taking 15% of that $3,000 and put it in their pocket. And they're worse than a lawyer. And then people are like, great, I went and got an MRI. I didn't have a copay. And I look at them and I go, what was your pay raise last year? Because your company couldn't afford to give you a better wage because their healthcare spending is out of control. But from United Healthcare's perspective, why would they not want that MRI to cost $3,000? That's $300, $450 in their pocket. If they can get it down to $500, now it's only $50 in their pocket. They would be suicidal to do that from a business perspective, right?
Yeah, and if you I've had these conversations over the last 27 years. Every single officer of a corporation has a fiduciary obligation to the corporation itself. And so even the CEO of the big United Healthcare, not United Healthcare, said, hey, you know what, American people, here's what we're going to do. Because we have billions and we're running this deal. We're going to cut all the premiums in half. Guess what? He'd be civilly sued, probably go to prison for some criminal deal. It's not doable. The only thing that changes this narrative is competition. And the only people keeping markets in healthcare from being competitive is the United States government, the lawmakers who get lobbyist dollars, right? Because that's all those guys care about. And then it's the health systems and the banks. And so you've just got this massive problem. Again, though, all of this can be squared up.
All right. So
We do need some relief from lawmakers, and we do need some physicians to do a couple things. But other than that, I think we can beat the pants off these health systems. I don't think they're as powerful as the independent physicians are.